Hi everyone, this is Vicki, and I'm going to do a little update on the trifold envelopes and also a new idea that I came up with. I like my whatever I make, my crafting, to be usable, useful. So I'm always trying to figure out things that I need in my life. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this other one too, because I came up with an idea. This is the one I did for the tutorial, and you know, as I was looking at it, I thought, oh, making me dizzy. I thought that the opening was just too narrow, even without the edges on the sides. So I wanted to change that so that, you know, I can get more stuff in it. So then I went and I was playing with the same paper, and I decided to make another one with the openings to the pockets a little larger. And while I was making it, I didn't like how the paper was one-sided and, you know, upside down when you had the other side like this. It's upside down. I didn't like that, so I also changed that. So on the same paper. So anyway, I came up with this one, and what I did was I paneled it so that when you opened it up, now this side is going to be upside down, right? But when you open it from this way, which is more important, I think, this is right side up, and this is right side up. Oh, I'm sorry, this one and this one. So there's this one, and then this one, which I just collaged over because I thought it was a little plain. I think I was going, I got a little carried away. But anyway, so, and this is the inside. So I decided to use this dark paper because of there's so much dark on there, and I thought that was pretty paper. And so what I did was kept it at that 3/4 size insert, and then what I did was I created a fan fold opening on the side. You can see that. And so there's a little more space to open it up. However, to put things in, that was a little difficult. So I reversed it. Rather than having this sticking out, it goes inwards. And then this is more flush. The opening here would be, I think it was easier to open. I'll show you in the next one. So that was the second thing that I learned from that. And then my embellishing is getting a little, well, still plain, but I think it's enough, you know. Sometimes I go overboard with embellishing, so I like it a little less. And then the envelope part, I did it on the side, which I think is cute also, to do it on the side. And then this wraps around and goes around this way. So it'll wrap around several times. And then I put a little, I thought that was cute. So the front, I also put a little window here. I had this on my desk, and so I put a little that, voile? No, not voile. I forget the name of it, but you know what it is. So I put a little of that and some sequins, not sequins. These are, I don't know. Anyway, I put some of those little pieces in there, and I thought that would kind of pretty. Goes with the darkness here. So this is, and I like little tiny, so I did that there. Okay, so, and put some black paper on there because it's goes with the dark. But the way I put it together was to use in my stash for this part. You can see this is where it's connected, so that you didn't have that a different pattern for here and here. So this has a little break, and this is I found it in my stash because I used to make a few books, but I found this in my stash that I hadn't used in a long time, and I got this at the art store. So it's gummed, so it's you just put water on one side, and then I put in both of these areas here. So I attached it like that. So that's that idea for the upside down paper for the one-sided one. What do you call it? One look of it. Excuse my voice because I have a cold. I've been fighting a cold. It keeps coming back though. So I don't know. Then I came up with this one because of this paper. This wallpaper, which wouldn't flatten down. I ironed it and still wouldn't. But this was part of, in my daughter's bathroom, I had this, well, it was a border, and then it has another paper. So I thought this would be really, really nice for my mom because she likes cats. And so I thought this would be a cute idea for Mother's Day. So let me give you the reason why I was thinking about it is because my family gives me this they gave me these Easter pictures. Okay, this is my second son and his wife and son, and then Lucy this is her picture for Easter. And so I always put them in a box, everything in a box. I put them out for the season, and I thought, well, maybe I should put them in a little envelope until I decide how I'm going to store it, and that way I would have a place where I wouldn't lose them or misplace them. So I thought, my mom gets a lot of photos, and so I decided to make this for her. So first, she's a prototype. So anyway, I put little remnants and a button on the edges of and the not seam binding, but this is that sari ribbon, and then some remnants of gauze and a coconut button because she likes Hawaii too. And then this is the inside, and that's covering the little knot from the button. And then a little applique, and this is a little table, not runner, but it's short like this. And I just covered the paper first with this paper I got I think at the Home Depot, and it's quite long. I wanted to put it on my table top because it was so long, because I have a long table. But so you can see it from here. It's on top, and it's on top of here. And so this little piece of border is just on top of that. Okay. And so when you open it, you can see the little table. I think this is just so pretty. It's a table topping, I guess. And I put applique there also. And then inside, I decided to make it pink because she also likes pink like me. And I use paper that is handmade paper. This pink is handmade paper, but it's quite thick. I got it at Daiso in a roll. And this is the wallpaper that I've used in the past for this one here, this envelope. And then here's another, the second fold out with gauze on top of it. I thought it was a little bit too stark, so I just put something over it. Like that was lace, and then this one's some gauze. This is some, also some muslin. It's one of those arm sling. I was a nurse, so I had some of those arm sling holder things that they give when you take the first aid type of class. Anyway, then I just did some piecing here with lace and crochet items. And so let me show you how it opens, because this opens up like so. Let me get the end here, and I used the handmade paper that's thinner, but these, because of the fibrous thing, is quite sturdy. So this is better than using the cardstock I used, and it will hold better. And I could have made it one more fold. So how, you know, because of, it just is better, because it goes against here and it folds in. But I think I could have made another accordion fold so that you can put your pictures. You can actually fit, this whole thing will fit in here. So for myself, I'm going to make one that says Christmas, and then Easter, and birthday, I think, for all my grandchildren when I get pictures. So this envelope is, gosh, I don't have one. Here? Oh, here I have one. They're kind of like a vellum envelope. This is the outside of the wedding envelopes. You know, where you put your whole, your invitation, and you stick it inside this one for traditional wedding invitations. Now they're doing the email invitations, which the younger people think that that's great, because, you know, there's no postage, there's no whatever. But I like this, like the old-fashioned way. But anyway, so I use these envelopes, and I did make the top a little bit longer because, you know, I just reshaped it. You just cover it with your papers and reshape it, cut it. So that's what I used. And if you need a tutorial for this part, just let me know. I'll do a tiny version because it's easier. I just thought of that. But I really like how it came out, and I'm you know, anxious to make myself one. And anyway, so those are the updates, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.